Imagine holding a camera that doesn't just capture moments. It captures reality itself. A camera so powerful, so confident, so relentless that it feels less like a device and more like an extension of your vision. That camera is the Nikon Z9. From the moment you pick it up, something clicks, even before the shutter does. It feels different. It feels intentional. It feels like a machine built for people who refuse to compromise. Photographers who chase the shot, creators who push limits, professionals who demand speed, accuracy, and reliability every single time. The Z9 is not just another flagship. It's a declaration, a statement from Nikon saying, we can compete at the highest level, and we can win. And today, we're diving deep into what makes the Z9 one of the most extraordinary mirrorless cameras ever created. The first thing that strikes you is the design. It's bold, it's rugged, it's unapologetically professional. With a built-in vertical grip, military-grade durability, weather sealing that laughs at rain, snow, dust, and extreme temperatures. This isn't a camera you treat gently. This is a camera you take into the storm because that's where the story is. Inside this robust shell sits a 45.7 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor paired with Nikon's X7 engine, a processor so fast it changes the rules. It reads data at incredible speeds, giving you blackout-free shooting, lightning autofocus, and the kind of responsiveness that makes every moment feel effortless. Whether you're capturing wildlife at dawn, athletes mid-flight, or a bride walking down the aisle, the Z9 is always ahead of the moment. It doesn't wait. It predicts. And then there's the autofocus. This is the kind of autofocus system that feels almost alive. It tracks human eyes, animal eyes, cars, motorcycles, birds, planes, and it does it with a level of intelligence that makes you whisper how. The Z9 can lock onto a subject, hold it, and follow it like a loyal shadow. Fast subjects, chaotic scenes, unpredictable movement. Nothing shakes it. Imagine capturing a bird diving toward the water. Your viewfinder stays uninterrupted. Your autofocus stays glued. Your buffer doesn't choke. And your shot? Sharp, clean, perfect. But speed means nothing without control. And the Z9 gives you control like no other Nikon before it. You can shoot up to 20 frames per second in RAW, up to 30 frames per second in full-resolution JPEG. And if you're willing to go lower res, 120 frames per second. Think about that. 120 photographs. Every second. That's not just speed. That's time bending to your will. For sports photographers, wildlife shooters, and action specialists, the Z9 becomes a superpower. Now let's talk about something that changed the industry. Nikon removed the mechanical shutter entirely. No click, no whir, no tir, no risk of shutter shock. Just pure electronic perfection. And yet, you still get images so clean, so stable, so accurate, that you forget mechanical shutters ever existed. The Z9 feels like the future because it is. But photography is only half the story. If you're in the world of filmmaking, the Z9 becomes a different kind of monster. It shoots 8K video, not for a few minutes, not for a short burst. It shoots 8K for hours, without overheating, without failing, without blinking. And that's just the beginning. Full-frame 8K at 60p, beautifully detailed 4K at 120p, 10-bit N-Log, 12-bit RAW internally, ProRes RAW, Nikon RAW, all in one body. This isn't just a hybrid camera. This is a cinema camera, a filmmaking machine that fits in your backpack. You can shoot documentaries, commercials, weddings, interviews, wildlife films, cinematic B-roll, all with one camera that delivers broadcast-level quality. And the footage? Smooth, rich, dynamic, with color science that makes skin look natural and highlights roll gently instead of blowing out. Filmmakers love it because it gives them freedom. Freedom to shoot handheld. Freedom to shoot long. Freedom to shoot without worrying about temperature warnings or time limits. Creators want reliability. The Z9 gives you reliability and power in the same breath. And then there's the EVF experience, a real-time, blackout-free view that feels more like looking through a window than a digital display. You see everything clearly, even during bursts. No interruption. No lag. Just pure connection between your eye and the world you're capturing. Let's not forget the storage. Dual CF Express Type B card slots. Fast, massive buffers. Perfect for high-speed raw shooting or intense 8K video production. You never feel limited. You never worry about missing the moment because your camera is catching its breath. The more time you spend with the Z9, the more it becomes clear. This camera doesn't slow you down. It keeps up with you. It pushes you. It demands more from you and gives more in return. And if you've ever shot with a lesser camera, you know that feeling when it hesitates, when it misfocuses, when it buffers too long, when it limits your creative flow. The Z9 removes that frustration entirely. You stop thinking about the camera. You start thinking about the shot. Now, imagine this. You're out in the desert. Harsh light, fast wind, dust swirling. Your camera gets hit with sand, sun, rough conditions. The Z9 takes it, keeps going, keeps shooting, keeps performing. Or picture yourself in the freezing mountains. Snow falling. Battery life draining fast in most cameras. Buttons stiff. Screen sluggish. The Z9 keeps going like it's unfazed. Built for extremes. Built for adventure. Built for real-world creators. And if you're someone who shoots weddings or events, this camera becomes your insurance policy. Because once-in-a-life moments demand a camera that simply cannot fail. Kids running. Couples dancing. Unpredictable expressions. Dim lighting. Sudden movements. The Z9 handles it all. You get focus. You get detail. You get stability. You get confidence. Then there's the dynamic range. The shadows hold depth. The highlights hold texture. Colors remain true. Skin tones stay natural. Nature looks stunning. Cities look cinematic. Faces look real. The Z9 gives you files that are forgiving, workable, flexible, perfect for editing, grading, and experimenting. And here's something many people overlook. The Z9 isn't only for professionals. It's for anyone who wants the absolute best image quality and the most reliable tool Nikon has ever made. If you're upgrading from DSLR, the Z9 feels like stepping into another universe. If you're coming from older mirrorless bodies, the Z9 feels like a leap forward in speed, stability, and intelligence. If you're new to full-frame systems, the Z9 is the kind of camera that will carry you for years, maybe even a decade. Because the truth is simple. You don't outgrow a camera like this. You grow into it. Every shoot, every frame, every project, the Z9 elevates you. And then there's the emotional part, because gear isn't just about specs. It's about the feeling a camera gives you. The confidence, the inspiration, the excitement. When you hold the Z9, you feel that sense of possibility, that sense of readiness, that sense that no matter what happens in front of the lens, you're prepared. It's like having a creative partner who never gets tired, never gets overwhelmed, never says no. Only go ahead, try more. For creators in the USA, from wedding videographers in California, to wildlife shooters in Montana, to sports photographers in New York, to filmmakers in Texas, the Z9 fits every environment, every scenario, every challenge. Studio, outdoor, travel, documentary, sports, cinematic production. This camera adapts to you. The longer you use it, the more it becomes part of your storytelling, your style, your identity. And that's what separates a good camera from a legendary one. The Nikon Z9 isn't just a flagship. It's a milestone, a turning point in Nikon's history. A camera that redefined what mirrorless performance could be. A camera that gave creators a new standard to expect. And when you finally upload those photos or edit that 8K footage, something amazing happens. You see the quality. You see the dynamic range. You see the detail. You see how your creative vision came to life exactly as you imagined it. Because the Z9 doesn't just capture a moment. It preserves it, protects it, elevates it. And in the end, that's why people choose the Z9. Not just because it's powerful, not just because it's fast, not just because it's feature-packed. They choose it because it makes them better, faster, more confident, more capable, more creative. A camera should never hold you back. The Nikon Z9 never does. It stands with you no matter where you go or what you shoot, and it delivers every single time. If you want reliability, choose the Z9. If you want world-class autofocus, choose the Z9. If you want 8K video that runs for hours, choose the Z9. If you want a camera that grows with you, choose the Z9. If you want the best Nikon has ever made, choose the Z9. Because when you hold it, you don't just hold a camera. You hold potential. You hold power. You hold a storytelling machine crafted for people who aren't afraid to push themselves. And once you've used the Nikon Z9, you understand exactly why it has become one of the most respected, most praised, and most loved cameras in the professional world. It doesn't just capture your world. It changes the way you see it.